All right, this is me picking back up on Turner Painting for mobile. We just wrapped up all of mobile, basically. However, when I went to bed the other night after I was done with this, I kind of had a epiphany for this because on iPhone 5s, this is full screen. It takes up a lot of space, so it doesn't feel empty. So I like this, but when we go up to the bigger screens, like the iPhone 8 Pluses, it doesn't feel as, grandiose. And when we go over here, like if I wanted this to be full screen, I like to do min height of 100 view height, so the height of the viewport, so that it's always going to be the height of the screen. This just feels too empty. Usually there's like an H2 under here to pad this out a little bit, but this is just boring and not good design. So what we're actually going to do today, starting off the day with, is I'm going to make this on mobile. Actually, I think one of the things I was worried about was trying to do this going from left to right and having the right side like this because I wouldn't have enough space. But instead of going this way with the bubble, we're going to have the yellow up here and have the bubble come in down here. So it'll be going top to bottom. So we're going to do that instead because that's going to be visually more interesting, and I think their website will be a lot better off for it. So that's just what's going to happen sometimes when you're building websites. You're going to do something one way, and then when you sit there and you think about it, obsess over it for 24 hours, you think of a different way to do something. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go back and we're going to make a little change here. I'm going to keep it, though, for the 5S because I don't want to, the space feels fine. It's a small phone, not a lot of real estate, so we're going to leave this alone. But we're going to make a media query for 400 pixels and up for these bigger phones. So let's collapse let's pull this. Let's do 400. So let's make that. Let's get this started. So first of all, I want it's gonna be dark. So I want dark. I want its background to be the brand yellow. So we already got that done. That's already there. Now we got to get. So where's our circle? Okay, big circle. We're gonna use big circle here. Let's see if it's got any display nones on it at all. No, it's just floating around in there. Okay, so we're gonna do big circle. I can spell it right. No, it's not an ID. So I just want to make the big circle. We're going to make it white. Let's go nuts. Height 600 pixels. Width 600. Obviously, we're going to have this position absolute. So I'm going to make sure my hero section is position relative so that I can place it within the box of this. And then I want it to be centered. I'm just going to do it my the old way of centering because I don't want to do a flex box on the entire container. And I want it to be bottom. Let's do negative 200. And let's see what that looks like. I think we got everything. Oh, we fire border radius. Okay, so there's our circle. I think we can get some more yellow up there. So I do want to show it off a little bit. Okay, so we got that. So next what I want to do is I'm going to change the font color. What is it? Just straight black? Yeah, it's just straight black. So, all right, home H, big circle, dark. And then we'll do it here. We're gonna do color. So that's blacks. And so what we do is on this, you can see our container that holds these guys, hero text. So I like to do containers for things above the individuals. So hero text, margin top. Let's do 100. Let's do more. Oh, I see it's pushing this up, so I don't want to do that then. So I want to do padding. I want to do the inside. I want to push the inside guys down. 100. 200. That's still doing it. So I think what I gotta do. I think, so let's remove this. Let's see what we got here. So for some reason, this is not doing what I want it to do. So, and there's a couple of different ways. I mean, I could do the padding or margin top and then bring this guy up, but I don't want to deal with this weird, well, I'm gonna have to deal with that space anyway. So let's just do a margin top then. So we'll deal with this extra space. Let's bring the circle up. And then let's add another 60. Push that down. Push the circle back up another, I don't know, 50. I think the problem is this, because this background, we want to show what's behind it. But the taller we make this section, the more it gets stretched. So let's remove this. Let's bring this back down 200 because that's obviously not going to work out. So instead, we're going to do this. We're going to bring this down 3. See, we see more here. We want to see more. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to translate the entire container down 100 pixels. Do some more. 150. So now we got this weird space down. Oh, let's do a little more. 70. There we go. So, so this button is overflowing this section. That's why it's getting cut off. So let's try overflow visible. Right. So this thing is going to be a problem. So we go, let's set this back. And then it goes behind everybody. So I gotta make this bigger then. So let's give this a margin bottom. Yeah, create some more space down there. Get rid of this. Yeah, we just had to put that margin bottom on it to push up against the section so that we can create that extra space underneath the button you see, so it's not overlapping. And then we're going to remove this visible so that this section can cut off that graphic. Okay, so let's bring, that's too much space. Let's bring this guy up a little bit. So 250. I think I can live with that, but we need more. I feel like we need more space between this. So we're going to go to the services section. Yeah, we're going to have to set another media query because we only want this to happen for screen sizes that are 400 and up. looks like. See, when you land on it, this looks weird. You got this section, and then you got just a heading hanging out the bottom. So I think we got. What do I want to do? I like what's happening here better. So what do I want to? What can I do? I think I need to move the services section down more. I need to get them out of the way because I don't want them to be seen on load because that just looks weird. We got all this extra space down here, so I'm going to send hero text down a little more. Let's try 90. All right, we got no button cutoff there. That's cool. Let's do 200. I think that's like right at the bottom of the sections. I think that's a good spot. And I think what I'll do to fill up the space, let's do our pseudo element. Yeah, we're gonna do that because we got these guys, right? Okay, this is okay. Little circle. There we go. A little circle with its pseudo. So let's do let's get little circle in here. We'll just copy this. Okay, let's do 200, and we're gonna go for bottom of 500. Let's see where that ends up. Where are you? So, all right, little circle, little circle. I don't see him anywhere, so let's find out where he's at. Oh, we have a display none on him, so we got to. Okay, there he is. Oh, and he's got his little moon. Okay, I think did we build him before? I don't remember. But so there he is. Let's bring him back up. And he's a little big, so let's bring him down a little bit. And let's do 150. And let's make you white again. I want you to go, so I want it to stay in its position. So we're going to remove this, and we're just going to do our margin left. Let's do -100 because I want them off-centered to the left. So 200. That feels better. Let's do 250. And let's get your pseudo element. Little circle after. Should be bigger. So let's do height. Let's do 50. Too much, way too much. 40. I can live with that. Okay, so now we got something closer to this home page, but I think let me try playing with the background position. So center, left and right, that's the x-axis, and the y-axis. 0. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so I think I need a different image. It looks like just because it's so stretched, it's not really coming through. So let me just off screen here. Let me look for a. Let's see if we can find a better picture as the background that will have more stuff to show. Yeah, let's try this one. My background code. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder, so let me actually copy and paste. I was looking at an image in a different area. Well, I guess that's better. I think what I'm going to do now, this is the image. I'm just going to crop that ceiling out. Custom, just so I can have some of this. Right there. Yeah. So see how it comes up more. So that's definitely visually more appealing, more attractive. There's more going on. It's not as empty, so we're gonna stick with that. And I think that's how you do that on mobile. That's how I would do it. Let it sit up top. Now this hangs out here. It doesn't feel as empty. It feels pretty unique. But you know what? I don't like how small this is. Let's adjust this. Let's try 50. Okay, yeah, I like that better. It was too small. So mobile wrapper image, that's on my core styles. It's going to be on line 365. So height, we're going to make that 128. And we're going to give it a margin top of 22. This is just the core styles, my little, I guess, quasi framework that I've built to that has all of my navigation styles, and I still feel like we need more. Yeah, I think I can get away with that. 39. I like that better. It just felt too grainy, too small, and it can help fill up this space here. I like that because at the bottom you'll see like the turner, it's kind of touching the line a little halfway, and at the bottom we also have this kind of halfway. So I guess it just makes more design sense to also have this halfway. So let's get this a little more. Let's keep our trend going there, about halfway over, so 45 now. You know, little design rules like that you can set for yourself will help you make decisions more effectively. So like up here, deciding what to do with this logo, I created my own little rule based on this logo. So we have it down here. It's larger and it's overhanging its container about halfway. So if we have it up here as well, it just makes sense to have that at the same time, balance top and bottom. So that helps you make design decisions when you have some things to kind of go yin and yang with, up and down, back and forth, etc. So I like this a lot better, actually. Yeah, I'm much happier with this. So let's see what this looks like. This is our horizontal So this is landscape mode. It looks fun. It looks awful. So we got to fix this. So this is for see 414, so 736. So let's go in here. That is what this section is for, landscape. Well, this is core styles, landscape. Oh, no, yep. Landing. Oh, looks like I already have something in here. So let's go ahead and let's just get rid of all this because I don't need it. Oh geez, where did it all go? Okay, there we go. Let's start fresh in this little box. See, now it's a little better starting fresh. So what I want, since this is landscape, I should actually do the left to right. So we're gonna move this. It just makes more sense to do that because we don't want this to, and when you load this, this is all you see. This is not good. So I think we need to shove it up here, put the little guy going, the big circle here with our little circles. So we'll have pretty close to our desktop version landing section here. So you always want to take into consideration the landscape mode because people will look at your website landscape. We don't know why, but they will sometimes. So let's work this. So let's get this in position. Hero text. So we have to first remove the transform. All right, so it goes up there. Then we want it to be left. Okay, so I have to target them individually. So we have to go to okay, so that's left, and then what are you? Your text button solid. Margin left 0. You know, because it's a block level element, so right is its margin was set to auto, so it's auto on left, auto on right, which basically centers it. They just kind of push equally from the sides. So when you set margin left to 0, that shifts it over. There's no margin to be automatically displayed to push it to the center. It basically just goes to the edge of its container. So that's another little quirk, I guess, for block level elements. You set the margin to auto, and then whichever way you want them to go, left or right, just set the right to 0 or left to 0 if you want them to go right or left. So now we got this front and center. And what I want to do, so since this box, this hero text box is margin auto, I want it to be left aligned inside of the container. I just remove its margin left. 0. So now it's tucked away over here, and I wanted to get, I want to shave this margin top down a bit. Let's see, professional house painters. Okay, so this is the format. I think we got to make this smaller. Well, let's get the big circle in line first. So a big circle. So we're going to remove the transform because it still has that left 50%. So I want it to position it. I want to position it, and I want it to stay. So again, we're going to do our margin left. Come on, cats. Margin left. Let's do negative. Let's just do 0 just to see where it goes. So it goes this way. So let's make it negative 200. Okay, we gotta get. I think I gotta make it bigger too. That's gonna change the margin left. So I'm gonna do height 1000, width 1000, margin left negative 600. Okay, see, that's a good. I think that's a good circle. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. So we're going to. I think we're going to take it in a little more. Let's do 850. 3860. That looks good. I want to bring this up a bit. So margin top. What's this margin top? Are you gonna tell me 50? Let's do 35. Just to bring this off the bottom a little bit, so it feels a little more even. Let's even drop that down another 10. So that feels good because this space and this space looks roughly the same. So when we're this way, now we can put our little guy down here. First, let's find you. Let's change its background to black. That's okay. That's where you are. So we want you to be bottom. We actually want you to go down. So let's do 50 pixels and margin left. So I want this guy to go more to the right. So I'm going to give him a positive margin left value. So 200. And it's a little much. What's the difference? Okay, so it's pretty close in here, so I want this to be closer. Let's do 40 and 30. I think that's good. And I want you to come down more. Let's do 70. That feels better. Let's get rid of that. And there we go. This line, I think this is just a result of the inspector. I don't think you'll see this on the live site. I think this is just because of inspector. This happens every so often. So yeah, this is starting to come together now. I think this is our dark mode. So when we do dark mode, when we eventually get to that, we're going to change this color to be its brand color because this is just my default dark mode. And I have to adjust that so it goes behind. So this is just right out the box dark mode. Put the background to black, other text and stuff to white and brand color. So we don't have. It looks like we don't have too much to change. Once we finish the site, that's when we can go through and do our dark mode, which I just literally add a few CSS styles to my dark.css, and then there it is. One of the benefits of having your own pre-built starter kit, I guess, you have your responsive mobile navigation, you have your dark mode already in there, so all the more complicated stuff that's very time consuming is already taken care of, and that's why I do things this way, and that's why I didn't go over how to do a mobile navigation to desktop header and nav bar, because there's so many tutorials out there for that, but there's no tutorials basically doing what this does. I mean, I'm sure there's a few, but I can't find them. So that's why I'm just doing the website, not the navigation. So I think this looks good. Let's scroll through. So yeah, all of this sizing, this is coming from our wrapper class before, what that's max width. Because, I mean, sure, you have the space, but it doesn't mean it needs to stretch all the way. So that's why I have these. If these cards were like this wide, it will look stupid. I don't think you need it. I think these need to be at a certain width to look effective and look good. You don't need everything to stretch 100% on all screen sizes. So I think this looks good. I think we're gonna. I'm actually pretty happy how this turned out and how this turned out. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. Also, maybe later, we'll see. Maybe I can. I think we could put like one of those, like a bouncing arrow or something, like just a hover. It goes up and down, like another little chevron. I think we'll save that for later, because it'd be a nice way to fill this space right here. This feels a little empty. So I think later on we'll see. I'll put a floating button, not so much a button, just a chevron or an SVG of an arrow or a chevron going down. I think that would look nice. Fill that space a little bit. For now, we're ready for tablet. So we did, all right, we did landscape. So let's just copy and paste this text or this code, because this stops at 767. Let's add this. So we're going to get rid of this pre-built code I have. And now we already have it for tablet. So we can go ahead and push the hero text down. I think we can go more. So I kind of want it to be center, but not. Let's see. I think it's a little better. Yeah, I think I like that. Oh, another thing. We have this bar. Yeah, we do. Okay. So let's go into our. I think it's a mobile wrapper. I think that's what it is. Looks like this is already on. So let's go to 89. So I want to make it bigger. I don't know why it's so small. Let's do 7 pixels. There we go. Let's see what that looks like on mobile. That looks fine. Well, so 375. Maybe I need to. Let's adjust this. There we go. So I changed it from 400 to 375 just to account for the these guys. I think that's. Man, it's just like right there. So then we're going to go back to services. Oh, we forgot the padding top. So 1, 2, 3. So this has to be 375. And there we go. Okay, that all makes sense now. So we got our border up there. So then we'll go to tablet. There's our border. I think that's good for this section. So I don't think I'm going to bring in these guys yet. Just not yet. I don't think I have the space right now. But what's the opacity on this? 88. This is 0.7, so let's go back to dark. I want 88. There, that looks better. That's a lot closer now. Okay. So that should be done. This is 672, so I think I can make this, yeah. 662, so I'll make this 670 wide. Let's see, so this wrapper class, now we have to deal with this. So tablet for landing, okay, that's done. We're gonna go to services, landscape, tablet. So let's get rid of this, so the stop wrapper. It's not gonna work. Oh, I got a max width, so if I'm gonna override that. ID services. I want the services wrapper to go. So why aren't you doing that? I just remove this. So I guess I just make the max width of the entire tablet 670, which it works. With a few minor adjustments, I think that's a good enough space left and right. So yeah, let's make the whole dang thing Well, let's make it 700. That's too. Okay, that's better, but these are block levels, so I'm just going to have to do it individually. So we're going to go, because I got no container around them individually, because I'm trying to keep markup to a minimum. So instead of adjusting the container, we're going to adjust the actual H2. Is that 670? No, that is. Where does it break? In contractors in. So since this isn't going to break how I want, I guess I could probably. Oh, I think I got to up the. Where are we at? 44. That's better. Okay. Okay, and line height is auto. How big are you? 18. 16. Okay, so we need dot yellow span. Actually, we need these for all of them. So main H2. That's right. I want them all to look like this. So that means dot yellow span. All dot yellow spans are now going to be 18 pixels. This is 16. 16. Okay, line height 28. Line height 28. Cool, cool. So we're going to check this out. I want to say this is roughly 50. Right now we're at 30, so I want, margin bottom, 50 pixels. Okay. Now what to do with these cards? Because this feels weird, having just a long line of these guys, but then it's like you can't fit them, 1, 2, 3. How much space we got here? So 106 from the P here. So this dot container, so services container. Oh. Margin top. What was that? Totally forgot. 106. All right, so that spacing's better. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flex these. I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 in the middle. And that's just the only way it seems like it's going to work. The justify content center will do that. Oh, that's right. Wait, I have 4 of these suckers, so. I want this to wrap. Okay, good. Yeah, that's better. I thought I only had 3 for some reason, but yeah. So when you have all of these, like when you have 4 of them without flex wrap, it's just going to stick them all next to each other. It's not going to wrap. You have to actually tell it, I want it to wrap, and then it'll space everything nice and neatly. So this actually, yeah, this is a lot better. I'm glad. I don't know why I thought we had 3. Okay, so 79. Let's say nice cool 80. So if this margin bottom's 50, let's do margin bottom 30. So that's 30 plus there 50. So that's 80. So that should be good. And then so we got this section again. Do we? Yeah, I don't think it's time. I don't think it's time to bring this in. So we're just gonna ignore that for now. And what I'm gonna do. So since we don't have this, this is 612. I think I'm gonna make this size. I'm gonna left align it, and I'm gonna put this guy on this side to fill in that space. So I think that's what I'm gonna use it for. So this is 612 content. Is this for painting? Okay. So let's close this guy up. We'll go to painting, tablet, and now we're ready to go. So we got is that 612 already? Oh, that's not a lot of space to work with. Yeah, it is. No, okay. I think I'm going to make it shorter. I'm going to make it shorter for tablet. Let's do 512. Oh yeah, that's right. Main H2 is that not? Oh, that's part of this. I think this has a separate width attached to it. I'm thinking about how I want this to be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make this even smaller. Not that small. So I'm gonna stick with that. Let's do. We had to change that from 670. It was pulling that from the services section. So we just made that 100% of its container. That's fine. So I'm going to take this guy. What are you, Watermark? So I think I'm going to put you up here because you're at the top, basically. So painting, Watermark. I want you bigger. You're going to be, what, 550? And since you're on the right, it's on the right now, so I want to change its rotation. I want it to point away. It just doesn't feel right. So let's do 20 degrees. Or does it feel right? I don't know. Let's try. Let's just go back and forth. I guess it's not so bad. I think I like it. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to go bigger. And then I want it to be, let's try to do that. Yeah, let's, what's your bottom? Top is 120. Let's do 300 and see what that looks like. Excuse me, sorry. Asthma makes you do that thing, especially when I'm in a very humid environment over here. I like this better, kind of hanging out with everybody up here instead of just kind of crowding the space down here. Yeah, because I don't want it over here. There's too much going on over here already. We can create this white space, make this smaller. I think that works where you are. I think I like that. How wide are these guys? So this is 368. And you are 472, so I want this UL. That split UL. So since we're going to do this for both sections, we're going to do width 368. It's 368, right? 368. And we're going to do, does it have a padding on it? Is that what's happening here? Oh, it's got a margin. There we go. Yeah, there's that orange section over there. That was the margin. I don't know why we had that. We don't want it. So I think that's it for this section. We made this the size we want it. Do I want this to? No. No, this can't be centered. So we're gonna do there we go. Because you can't have all these left aligned elements and then have a center aligned one. So I think that's just what this section is going to look like. Well, actually, it does look good if you do it like that, but I don't have all this extra space. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I can make it work here. No, it doesn't. See, it's not in the center of these guys for whatever. Oh, yeah, it's in the center of this container. Oh, I think that 368 is taking into consideration the 50 padding because this looks too small. So that's 50 pixels. So let's make this 408. That looks better. And now that looks better. See, okay. Yeah, it just did not look right to me. That's why I wanted to left align it, but I think this works. Just for this section, I think this works. It's not perfectly aligned. Oh, and these need to get bigger. So let's copy and paste this. What are they in here? You guys are 55 by 55. So it looks like we need more padding. How far are you? Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to guesstimate it. This is 55. That's got to be at least 80. Let's try this. Push that over 80. And these guys have to go over more, so we're going to have to go left. Yeah, looks about right, but I think I want these center with the H3s. So I need to bring these. This looks too low, right? So there's the top of that. Here's the top of that. I actually want them to be. I want them to look more centered. So I'm gonna go up. Do I want that, or do I want them? This was just barely above it. So what we can do is we either have it like this, or we have it like that. And come here. Not you. You know what? In this, I think this is better. So we're going to line it with the top. So we're going to make this top value 0. But why does it look so bad here? Oh, I think you just got to come up a little bit. For some reason, that looks better. So top -9. Left negative. Let's just do 80 because I like solid numbers. So now that we got an extra 30, so we're gonna make this 30 bigger. Okay, see now this is starting to look closer to what we got. This is looking better. So now we got this bottom part. That's not enough. This is like what, 50 pixels? And this is a 50 pixel bottom. So we have to fix that. Margin top 50 on split dot right. So if I got it here, then I'm going to want to put it here. So that feels better. So this is the split right. So I want both of these sections to have a margin top of 100. I guess I want both. I don't want just these two to have the same. I want to have different sizing. So I want split. Because these two sections are mirrored, so if I go down here, this is also the same. You know, there's our free estimates. Okay, so I think this section's good. This is fine. So now we gotta fix this. Max width 400. All right, we're going to fix this. So we're going to close this tablet, go down to this tablet. Just see how much easier it is to move up and down the different screen sizes, doing it this very odd way. I know it's odd, and people are probably thinking I'm an idiot for doing it this way, but dang it, it's so convenient. So let's go down to our experience. So it looks like this is 400. Let's widen this out. Yeah, let's go this wide. 662. So dot fill 662. And then we need that pseudo element. That's creating this overlay. Let's see. Yeah, okay, and then so there's that. Now I'm gonna figure out why are you doing this? Oh, it's because of the main H2. You know what? That was just supposed to be for. Wait, why is that? Yeah, that's coming from services. So you know what? I keep having to deal with this. So we're gonna go back to services, and we're just gonna do services. Well, hold on. I'm gonna take that. We want to keep these, obviously, but not this one. Yeah, we're gonna take these. Well, first. So I want to do this again. So I want to take this, H2, Now I want to only have the services main H2 to have this width, so I can stop worrying about it. Now let's remove this, and there we go. Again, we have a problem up here, spacing. So this experience.yellow span. Create that space for us. I think you could do something special with the pill again, right? Is that how we did it? Yeah, so we're gonna make pill go negative 100. There. Now, I mean, we can have it like this, but there's no reason to. Not when we have room, we have space here. So I want to take the content and I want to make it a flex container. So here's our flex. I just forget direction row. Direction row is by default. I don't know, I just keep doing that out of habit. So justify content center, flex wrap. So it's gonna do this unless because they can fit, right? So I want the item see if this does it. Okay, so I got that. Justify content center. Also, this makes it 50%. So I don't like the spacing, so let's forget that. Yeah, oh, here's a better idea. So instead, because you see, this is their container. They all fit. So we just got to change the size of the container so they don't fit. Or I'll just give these a regular width because I still want them to be spaced. There we go. I just gotta give them a generic width. So, well, I wanted to do 4s. That kind of looks nice, actually. Interesting. Let me see. Because that's 4. If I do 4, that means I gotta make this longer. But 3 is interesting. I don't know. Man, I don't know what I like more. It's just one of those problems you run into. You happy little accident. Now you can't stop thinking about it, wondering if your original idea was better. Let's see what this looks like. So we're gonna do pill height. Let's just make it bigger. So height was that. I think I like that. I think I like this better visually. So we're gonna do that. Pill height 120%. Actually, why do I want to do that when I can just do 773? So actually, I don't want it to get bigger. You know, I don't want it to get bigger with the screen size. So I don't want it to be a percentage. We're gonna need some space on this. So let's push you down a bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now we're going to do construction, tablet. Or 123, yeah. That's fine. So okay, so this is left. This is still left aligned, but to the right. I think this is fine the way it is, unless I want to center this, because I'm not gonna add another one of these. That's just overboard. But that is there. That's there. And we can see what. Content. Right? Right? Oh, split. Content is inside of split, not the other way around. Construction. There we go. So there's this, which actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, I think that's what I got to do with this. Because, you know, this is center, above it is center. Everything's center except for this. So I don't like that flow. So let's go back up to tablet. Let's make that auto, so that's in the center. And this still is okay. This still works. I can make I can make this work. This works good. I like this better. Yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah, never be afraid to change things you've already done before. You're gonna be doing that many times. So it's always good to keep going up and down, seeing how the flow looks and what looks off in that flow. So now we got to here. Our process. We got this little guy again. Experience, construction, and process. So let's get these guys centered. Let's just use what we used for painting. Or no, just services. Yeah, 670. Well, let's see what I got down here. This is 706. Yeah. Let's just write our own code. So process. Let's see. So I want the main H2. Which should be centered. Well, I mean, if I'm going to be doing that, well, no. Yeah, I'm just going to do yellow. So I want my padding top to be the same as everybody, so I've been doing 100. I want my P's. Now, do I need this guy right now? I mean, we got one there, we got one there, and then we got one here. But honestly, I think we can get rid of the watermark. It doesn't, because this is taking up the space that we need. So let's just get rid of watermark 2. I don't think we need them. So we're going to go up here. And do display none. So yeah, he's gone. That's fine. I mean, he was in here for mobile, but it doesn't look like we need him for tablet, so he's gone. That's a design decision I decided to make. I don't feel like we need him. I think it's too much. This space is filled in just fine. I don't think we need a little. We don't need a little extra. It'll just feel cluttered. So what I want to do now is I got these 4 steps. Let's turn them into 4 cards. So we got construction, process. Okay, and card. So process. Got card. Well, no. We want the container. The container is. Oh, I don't think I had a container. I didn't wrap these guys up in anything. So, because I didn't wrap these guys up in a container because they could basically just act as their own block level elements. But when you're in tablet, you need them to be in a container to flex them. Or we just continue let's do max width of 500 and margin auto and margin bottom. Damn it. So that also works. That works. We don't need to do 4s. So okay. Process.card max width 500. Margin auto. Margin bottom 50. I think we need more than that. 100 because we got this little guy sticking up. I feel like that's good, but I think I need more space between the text. So let's target the first card. Just give it a higher margin top. So nth of type 1, that first type of this card, margin top 100 and 40. All right, I just wanted to separate this content so that they're their own, they're in their own group. I don't want them too close. Have some space because we got this space up here, and we got to have roughly the same space here, and this looks fine. Because you don't want to just have these like butt up against each other. You want to let different sections have their room to grow. So you want to have like equal top, equal bottom. And then when you're in your own section, they can have their own rules for spacing because it's their own section. So I think this works. I think this looks good. We don't need, I don't think it's time to add these decorative circles. I don't think it's time for that yet. It would just be too much for the small screen. So portfolio looks weak. This guy's too small. So there's that. So portfolio before, let's go to our portfolio since we're done with process. Tablet. Height is 590. Let's do 520. I like round numbers, and if I can, why not? And I think I want to space these guys out more. So let's do portfolio image. Let's give them more margin, 20. Give them more room. And I gotta take that call just a second. All right, after that phone call there, that's the wife's ringtone. That's how I know it's her. So we just space these guys out, and we got our little button down here. I think that spacing is fine. Testimonials. I think we need more space. I think we could use some more space. So let's try. Let's see the stars group, that one. Well, I guess we can leave it alone. I think that's fine then. So all that's left is the footer. So I think the only thing we really got to do is make this into a line. So let's get in here. Let's see our testimonials, footer, tablet. Reviews, footer. Okay, so we got our UL, LI. So here I go, doing less again. All right. I want footer, UL, LI. And I want to set the display inline block. I want them next to each other. I think I got a hard refresh. There we go. Let's see. So that's our UL. So they're all inline block, and it looks like they're all pulling to the left. So what you do is the UL is basically the container. So they should work. You do text align, center. That'll put them in there, and then we want some margin between these guys. So margin 0. Let's do 10. How much is it on here? How much is it? I don't know. But that doesn't look like enough. Okay, that doesn't look like enough. So we also got the this. So we got this active link to show which one you're on. So it's basically like the one up top. So I guess what we need to do. I guess do I really only do I even want that feature? Let's just add it since we're in tablet. Let's ignore it on mobile. Let's just add it for this one. So we're gonna do a dot active. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick. We do this. I do this manually because I'm not using any static site generators or PHP. So this will be manual on every page. So on the about page, I got to remove this class and put it on the about services, or remove it on about, put it on services, etc. So on the active class, I want to have. I'll just use. I'll just use a pseudo element. So I don't feel like dealing with the border. Well, yeah, I don't want to deal with the border and padding. So let me copy and paste in the code here. Let's see if that does it. If that's good enough. Height, 3 pixels. Let's make this the color. Yeah, that didn't work. Maybe if I space this, it's active, LIA active before. So why are you? Let's see, are you even showing up? Yeah, you're not even showing up. So I'm not targeting it properly. Let's put it on the LI. Let's see if that works. Oh, I guess I can't get that to work either. Oh well. I know I'm doing something wrong here in trying to select which ones to get. So let's just do it with a border because I don't really feel like playing around. Okay, so let's do 3 pixels solid. Is it because there we go. I'm wondering if it's because they were not. It's not showing up because I didn't have these set. They're set as inline, so maybe I gotta set them as inline block. But oh well. So I want the padding bottom. Let's make that 8 pixels. That looks about right, 8 pixels. So now this active class, I'm just going to. Yeah, LIA, okay. So I just put this on the A tag of whatever it is that I'm on. And I'll just do it manually. It's not that big of a deal. So, do I want to add the circles here? Maybe. I think we got space. I'm thinking if I don't know. No, I don't want to crowd it because this already feels like enough information. I don't want to crowd it with any more graphics. And this one in the bottom will kind of come up to here, so not enough space yet. So we're going to ignore that. But that's our tablet. So that didn't go by too bad. I actually really like how this turned out. This is pretty. I haven't seen anything like this before, so I'm digging. But this is our tablet now, and I think it looks good. I'm actually pretty happy with this. So now we're gonna go to small desktop. That's 1024 pixels. So we got to add a background here. Let's go to Top's Right Landing. I think I gotta add this in the course styles. Have bar menu. So let's see what this looks like. Means I gotta get rid of margin top. that it goes up there, and it looks like we only have a width of 96%. So let's do 100. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. So that is on line 491 of core styles. I don't think I need this. We're going to get rid of that. And I think that was it. Oh yeah. White. So now I want to get, we're just straight black again. So these are 575. I'm gonna make this black. There they are. We don't want them. No, not uppercase. Capitalize. And we are, so regular, okay, font size 18. Pixels. Now, so we got this schedule now. Let's get this image out of the way. So this one is 246 wide. This one is not, so 60. Core styles, 469. We're going to remove this. We're going to do width. What was that again? 246. Height auto. There you go. So I think I got, I think this is an overflow issue. I have overflow hidden on somewhere. Where is it? Let's try on here. Let's just put overflow visible. Let's see if this does anything. Overflow visible. There it is. It was, I guess, somewhere along the line, I have overflow hidden on this navbar class. So we are going to drop this down a little bit. Too much. Just at the top. So top -4 for navbar image. Okay, and we're missing the bottom bar, which is 11 pixels. So on the navbar menu, I want border bottom 11 pixels solid. There's that. These look like they're spaced a little better, so I think there's too much space here. Okay, so we got a margin right of 50. 555. Let's make that 30. 35. I think that's better. So this nav bar, how tall are you? For some reason I can't, it won't let me. 148. Okay, 148. How tall are you? Only 89. Come on. Height 100. So let's see, side nav or nav bar menu. Height 100. Okay, so I got to go to 493. $148. This should be this is centered. I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, this looks centered pretty good. UL, we got a margin right at 20. Let's give a little buffer for that button over there. Okay, so it's going to be 62. That is on line 523. Change this to 62. All right, and there's our there's our nav bar. I feel like this is not. Let me make sure. I think this border is adding to it. So well, this is only 194. Where's it pulling its width from? Because it doesn't like that apparently. Oh, width out. 496 or 469. Yeah, see, there you go. I put a width. Width auto is overriding width 246. There you go. That's why that's not as big as it should be. So it looks fine. This button right here, I think we gotta adjust it. This is our dark mode button. So let's see. Just drop it down a little bit. And I think that's even, so we want to make that 49. So that's going to be in dark CSS 287. Dark CSS 287. Top, we're going to make that 49. There we go. Let me turn that on and off. Why are you doing that? Very interesting. I have a height set for the dark mode, so I gotta remove that. It's 306. Interesting. I guess that was just a remnant of copying and pasting. There you go. And now that dark mode, we actually should just make this background for now. So we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. So we'll do dark mode later. I just figured we get this fixed really quick while I'm looking at it. And why? Interesting. Height 120, there's another one. All right, yeah, get you 162 on dark. Get out of here. That's better. All right. So that's that. Now we're gonna get here. I think we leave this as it is for small desktop. There's no reason to try to squeeze all 4 of them there. So we're gonna leave there. And if you're wondering why 1024, again, that's like 13-inch MacBooks, small laptops. You know, people use them. This is also going to be iPad Pro or horizontal regular iPad. So we want to make sure we accommodate this this size. So let's just see what we got here. Okay, yeah, we got some things getting all. You got some screwy things here. So let's, first things first. Let's look at this. Do I have enough room to do this? And I don't think so, because I think this is 1440 wide. So to even get to 1024, it'd probably be like right here maybe. And even then, you'd only have these two. I don't think it's enough. This is desktop, so it feels a little awkward to have this like that, but maybe I just do that. Maybe I just do the 1 and 2 on top. So it's like I just do this. I think that'd be interesting. So let's try that. I think this is where there's gonna be a lot of time spent on this section, so this will be interesting because then I gotta undo this, basically. So, God, now this is where the fun part comes. Is transforming our mobile styles into desktop, and I did my best to make sure they all translate well. So let's do it. Looking forward to it. So let's just collapse this so we can see everything. So we got our left and we got our right. First things first, I want to get this over here. So number one, I got to get rid of this this margin auto. So let's go to our painting, small desktop. So we got that moved over. Now we got something else to deal with. This split dot wrapper. This dot wrapper 700. I think starting from here on, let's make it 1000. Oops. Oh, max width. Okay, that's better. So now we got this. So this is, okay, this is left. So now let's look at right. So what styles, what do we have to undo on right? So we have to, okay, so we're gonna have to undo. So margin top, we're gonna reset to 0. Height, set to 100%. Width, let's set to 350. Let's see what 300 gives us. So resetting that, and then that's display flex, centering. So let's make this. Where do we got these guys? Dot left. Let's do split dot left. So I don't have a container. Well, I guess I could could turn this painting section into a, or the split section into a flex box. I don't know if I want that. So I'm going to make them inline blocks. I'm going to set them next to each other. So display inline block. Inline block. I guess let's get rid of this before. So we're not going to need it. So left, why are you so big? I'm just trying to figure out why these aren't sitting next to each other. So this is right. Top. Inline block. Yeah, weird. Weird it's not working the way I want it to work. Sorry, wife is texting me. Oh, this is one of those problems to solve. Dang it, I was hoping not to have to solve anything today. Margin 0. Let's see, left, maybe. Oh, I did split, not left. Okay, so now they're next to each other. I'm gonna have to take a pause real quick here. All right, back to work. Had to go help with baby for a little bit. Okay, so I want to have grid. I want to have one of these. So let's pick. Let's just pick grid 2. So n dot right. Dot 2. Let's just give it a background of black just so we can see it. Width 100%. Height 500. Of course, display block, because I think it's display none right now. Okay, yep, so there's that. So that's going to be my bottom. Okay, so I think I want to do, with inline blocks, what happens a lot of times is they slide up and down with each other. So I'm going to make right line top, and I'm going to make left the same. So with inline blocks, when you can set them to be with this vertical line property, either top, middle, or bottom, and sometimes they just slide up and down with each other, and you got to tell them, hey, stop fooling around, go here. So I tell it to go. I want both of them to line up at the top. So I want this guy. So I want one to be over here. So I think what I want to do, I think 350 is, it's 300, I want 350. Let's see. Yeah, I can make that work. So I think this is one of those instances, because I'm not using Flexbox, now using grid for this, I have these inline blocks, and I want this guy to go over here. So this is one of those rare instances where we're going to use a float. I don't like to use floats for too many things, but for this instance, it feels about right. So we have a padding on here. Where's it coming from? 10 pixels on this section. So I want this to go. I actually want this to go. I want it to hug. So we're going. Yeah, let's transform. Let's translate x. Let's go. So it's 10. Let's go negative. Let's go 20 pixels. Okay, let's go 21. 22. There we go. Now it's on the edge. So what is this? 350 by 350. So let's do that. So let's do 1. So this is 1. That's where this lives. So I'm going to do right. One. Right. 350 pixels. Okay. So now we have that right side. That's cool. That's cool. So I want to get this guy. Okay, this estimates. Let's just do our normal flex on this. So display flex, justify content center, align items center. That's where that goes. And then I want this. I think is it. Where's the background at on this? Is it on right? Yeah, it's on right. So I want to remove the background from right. I want to add it to 1. Let's see, and then I want to have the 1 span color. Oh, let's see, it's not specific enough. It's got to be estimates. And then I got to do. Actually, let's just copy this whole dang thing. There we go. And we got a border radius here of 47 pixels. So that's going to be right here. So it goes from top left, right, bottom left. So we're going to go border radius 47 pixels. 0, 0, 0. It's going to curve that. And then we got to go to, we're going to go to 2. We're going to add a border radius. Okay, so 0 top right, 0 bottom right, and 47 pixels bottom left. So we're going to curve that as well. And I think this can come off the edge. I don't like how close it is to the edge. So I'm going to go up to content, split content, margin left. Let's do 50. See, that margin 0 is canceling that out, so I'm going to put this right there. Okay, that's a little better. Let's see. Section. So if they go on my section, I'm going to go into my core styles because this is too small of a padding. I gotta go back to my section. So we got this. Now let's go to 1024. And let's update section. Let's make all sections have a padding top and bottom of 100, so that they're all spaced evenly, and that'll create that space. So that's good. I like that. Now I think I'm going to make this just a. I don't know what I'm going to do with this actually for desktop. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, let's pick an image to go there. I think let's use this blue one. So let me check the images really quick and see where that's at. That's going to be image 10. So let's get this out of here. It's going to be number 2. Background. Okay, we're going to use my background cheat sheet. Copy paste. And it's going to be image 10. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. And actually, yeah, I'm very happy with this. So now this guy. So we want him over here now. So I think you're going to be Watermark. So go back up to the top because I consider him at the top of the page, at the top of the section. So we're going to do painting.watermark. I want your margin left to be negative. Let's see. Let's add 100. Let's add 400, 600. That's a good start. Negative. Okay, so we're going to do margin left negative. Let's just do 650. I'll move it there, and then we need to transform. We need to rotate. Not rotate Y, rotate 20 degrees. Or the negative 20. Hey, it's negative 20. Where are you at? Yeah, negative 21. Okay, how much are you is, okay, so that N is cut off. So it looks like we can move it over a little more. Let's do 750. Too much, 700. I like that. That's fine. This top value, let's go up a little more. Top 3 for negative 345. Okay. So we move this guy over here to better match the proof. But you know what? I think I need more. I need 8. Yeah, that's fine because when I don't want it to take too much space. When the screen gets bigger, this will show more, so it'll be fine. So this looks good, except you see, I don't like this. It's not staying. This max width is staying at 1. Let's see, because I want this. Actually, what do I want it to do? Do I want it to grow with it and stay? I don't know if I want this to grow any bigger, so I think what I gotta do. So now we gotta think about responsiveness for this thing. So right. think I have to, do I have to absolutely position this thing? Let's try it. Let's get rid of this float. Let's get rid of this. Oh no, let's keep this. Let's make this position absolute. Right, 0. Width, let's make this a percentage. So let's do 30%, 50%, 40%. So if I do that, that still doesn't cut it. 40 view, okay, view width instead of, if I do percent, that is on the container, which is the wrapper class, which is set at 1,000, so it'll only be 400 pixels. So if I do 40 view width, which is the view width of the viewport and not its container, that should grow with it, but it stays to the right, which I want it to. But if I do that, if I remove the max width, then I got to figure out how to place this. So I think, honestly, I think my best bet is to not even. So we float right? I think my best option is to, I guess, round these off and just make it its own thing. Let's get rid of that max width. Let's just do 1200. This is posing quite. I knew this was going to take me a while to figure out what I want to do with it. I think I have to wrap this in its own container. Remove the max width on this so that this can always stay to the right. So let's undo this. No. Okay, let's try this. So we have to wrap this in a container so that it has something to, nudge against. So I have to set a container around this, right? I'll have to create it so that it stays in this position, and then this content inside of it is placed to the left of it. So let's just see if this messes anything up. We're just going to do paint. So right away we got our container here, right? And this paint container. I think it's gonna stay. So then what I need to do is I need to set right, remove the float, position absolute. Remove right, 0, top, 0. Right, top, so that padding is 100, so we have to do top. 100. Okay. So width, 50%. There we go. I think that's too much. So 40. Okay, that's 40%. So now, damn it. Oh, that's right. I gotta take off this this wrapper. So actually, I think that should be the. I think this should be the top one, most one. Make max width 100%. Okay, yeah, see, I got this down here. So let's make wrapper. Wrapper will be 1200 pixels for everybody else, except for painting. Why is it not working? Because it's just picking this up, it's not picking this up. This is more specific. Let's just try. You don't want to use this often. Let's just see if this overrides any painting. Yeah, for some reason the wrapper is it's overriding. Well, let's see if what happens if I delete this. Well, that's not good because it just defaults to 700, which that defaults to 450. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about, but we don't want that. I'm really starting to get irritated by this design. Because just trying to figure out what to do with it is honestly a challenge. So what do I do? Do I gotta ditch it? This goes up to 12. This goes up to at least 1200. And then it stops. So I think at least at 1200. I guess that's when I'll care about the rest. For now, let's move on. Now because this is fine for now. I like this. I can live with this up to 1200 pixels. So let's figure this out right now. Obviously, this has nothing to. This has nothing to come out of because we don't have this banner anymore. So I don't think we have enough space to do it. Yeah, if I make this come this way, and if I keep them at 4 right here, I can do this with the 4. So let's try this. This content. Let's try. Okay, so that's what I have to do in order to get this. So we're going to go to Experience, Small Desktop, and we want to touch this. So we want it to be a width 500 pixels. And margin of auto, because that centers it. So there's that. Let's do this pill. So this pill, so we have this border radius. So if we have a fixed height, we don't have to worry about it being, growing with the size. So let's make this border radius. So 0. How tall do I want this? I want this to at least be, okay, this is 644. Well, let's just do this for now. I don't know, 300, 300, here, let's see what that looks like. So that's underneath. Obviously we need more, but I gotta touch this before and do the same thing so that we have a better idea of what we're looking at. Okay, that's what we got. Pill. Okay, pill is 7. Okay, the whole thing is 773. So what's that divided by 2? 773 divided by 2. 386.5, so 387. Let's do, so this border radius is going to be 387. When you do the border, and when you do it half of the height, that's what creates the that curve. Okay, so now this pill needs to be, I need it to be a certain width. Okay, so let's play with it now. Let's do width of 1,000. Why does that not do anything? I got a max width on there. Okay. Let's just put max width 100%. Okay. So that's 1,000. Let's do 12. Okay, that works. So let's do the same thing to its before. So it's overlay. So it's the same. That works. That works. Okay. So experience. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen here. So we gotta break this up. I think I gotta go up back to yeah, go back to painting. Let's give it a margin bottom of 100. Okay, that didn't work. Let's do padding. And that's not enough. It's gonna be 2. That feels better. Yeah, because normally it's 100 for here, 100 for here. So since they were right up on top of each other, for some reason I had to do the double. And that actually looks good. Well, okay. Cool. I dig it. I can get behind that, but this is uneven. Yeah, this is uneven. I think I gotta remove these got margin bottoms on them. So item, third, nth child of 3, and 4. experience. Content. I'm going to do item. Nth of type 3. And copy. That's going to be 4. Okay, so that removed that, but I think I gotta remove the padding bottom on this. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So now I think it's the pill height then. Well, no. So this is my experience. Interesting. Okay. I think I gotta move the pill. I think you gotta do 200? No. No, that's crazy. 150, nope. 20, 30. I think 30. So the pill should be top 130. There, it's just, I don't know if you noticed it too, but this top and this bottom did not, it did not look good. So I think we need to make more space here too. Yeah, see, we're losing a little bit here. We want this to be at the end of that green line, not 30, 40 pixels above it. So back up to here. Padding bottom, let's do 240. Yeah, that feels better. And then we need to separate these guys. So I think this. Okay, I want them to stay lined up. So I think construction, let's try margin. Top, I don't want to mess around with the insides. Okay, that works. So now let's go to construction. And this is smaller than this, so let's do 150. Does that feel about right? I want to do 160. I think it needs a little more. I want it to be even. That's kind of what we're going for here. Okay, so good. That makes me happy. I think I can do well. No, I am not happy yet. We gotta move this pill over. I don't like this edge touching. This pill. Looks like it's okay. So it looks like I have it centered. So let's do that. Let's see if it happens when. I guess that's fine for now. When we get to 12, 13, yeah, 13 is another breakpoint I do, so I think this works. So pill, we're going to change that. Experience, small desktop, pill. So we just moved it over to on the x-axis to the left a little more, add this extra space here. So now looking at this, we're over here. So let's switch these. Let's switch these over. So this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. That's going to be fun. So you want construction. Let's look at how this is set up. So this left. So this is position. Is this absolute? Yeah. So we position that this is this is not holding any space. So if I do construction left, margin auto, and margin right 0. I guess I gotta do dot split. So this left, I want this to go over here. So let's see if I do display block. See, it's not even showing up because I got split left. Yeah, I'm just running. I think I'm running into a specificity issue here. So this, let's even just test this display none. So yeah, this isn't even working. So okay, that works. There we go. So this is going to go to the right. And I want right to go to the left. So we want to set right to auto to basically remove that positioning, and then left 0. Right? And I know we have a transform on that, so transform, translate x, -20. Okay, so that's over there now. We're getting somewhere. Right here. Content, auto. Okay, so now that we got left, now let's do the content inside of it. Margin right 0. And that pushes that over there. So now we got to we gotta fix these border radiuses. So we got construction.right.1 border radius. So that's going to be 0, 47, 0, 0. There you go. So that 47, that translates to that corner. So now we're going to do this one. Two, and that's going to be 0 right there. So 1, 2, okay, the third one is going to be 47. Okay, now that's 50 pixels off that side, so I want content right actually. Let's see your contact left, margin right to be 50 pixels, just to be off to the side. So now, all right, that wasn't so bad. We've successfully moved them from left to right. I feel like we're missing something. Yeah, this is not perfect. I gotta bring this guy down. So top 100. A little more. And it's not even. So 120. So construction.right. Top is 120. For whatever reason. Line height is auto, but I don't like this line height. It doesn't look good. So That looks better. And I want this to be the same for the split upstairs in painting. So let's go to painting. Small desktop. Wrong button. And we're going to go, let's see, so this is right and 1. So right and 1 estimates. Let's just copy this. And that should, yeah, that goes there too, and that goes there. That works. Okay, so hard part's over. So this is what we got for small desk. Well, wait, hold on a second. What the hell happened here? Okay, let's go back up. Just when I thought it was over. Okay, small desktop. For services. Yeah, that's not working. So, all right, right away. Let's just target this. Services in H2. Obviously, we need to do margin left. Auto. Margin right. Auto. Okay, so there's that, right? Width 662. So let's do services P width 662 pixels. That does that. Do I have a margin bottom on it that I need to preserve? No. So margin auto. Yeah, the reason I did margin left, margin right on this one and not this one is because this one has a margin bottom that I want to preserve. So this one doesn't, so I can just do margin auto. When you do margin auto, it resets everything. So, all right, that's fixed, that's fixed. And good Lord. Let's do the first P. There you go. Yeah, this little selector basically says what is the first P in this section, and that's what you target. So we're just targeting this one. That's why these were all out of whack. Okay, these look good. I don't like how they're spaced. They're a little far apart. I think I'm going to shrink this. So these flex items, if you want to bring them closer, you can either do this or do this container. Yeah, center should have centered them, but oh well. So container max width 690. We're going to do services. Max width 690. There we go. I just wanted to bring these closer because it didn't look right with them, you know, a big gap in the center. Hopefully nothing else is broken. Oh yeah, and this, so I forgot to mention this, this button right here for schedule now. On small desktop, we can't actually fit it. So we just ignore it. We remove it. There's no way to fit it. It would be too crowded. So that's another design decision that you have to make. Is do I remove it or do I leave it? And in this case, I remove it. So let me see. Make sure nothing else is broken. This looks good. This looks good. All right, now we just gotta get to here. Great. So 706, and again 662. So we're going to target these guys. Go down to testimonials. Yeah, process. That's it. We're on process. I keep freaking touching this. Okay. Small desktop. Process. Main H2. Width of 706. Right. Okay, margin bottom 50. So another way to do your margin would be margin 0 auto 50%. That's another way. Because I did margin left, margin right. I was just lazy, but now I'm even more lazy and just want to do one line, so I'll just do it this way. So this is going to be 662 again, and we want to do the first paragraph with 662 pixels, and we want to center it. That looks better. Let's give this, we need more spacing on top, so let's give process heading top of 200. Yeah, that looks good. So we're on small desktop. I think this looks fine. We can keep these. However, do we have enough space to start doing the circles if I offset? No, if I offset them, they're going to be right here, and the circles will be hanging off. So, let's just see what this would look like. So, in process, let's do to card. So we want to do inf of type 1. So the first one, and we're going to translate that, or transform it. Translate X. We want to go 100 pixels to the left. Sorry, negative. So we want to offset it. Let's go a little more, 120. And then we're going to do this for all 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what's with these formattings. All right, whatever. Okay, so this one's going to go positive 120, negative, and positive. So it's gonna. This is gonna stagger it. And then 2, the third, and the 4th. There you go. So this will stagger them. Do we want? Is it that much of a stagger? Yeah. So if I do the circles here, I'm just trying to determine if it's worth it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's start it in small desktop. So number 1 is we're going to take the span. Okay, we're gonna go left. Let's do negative 15. Well, how big is this thing? 70, so 35. I want it to go halfway. Remove the transform. Okay, now it's too far. Not quite. I think that's good. That's about halfway. Okay, so we got that moved over. Now we want to target these guys. Text align center. Okay, so the text align is on the card. So we're gonna go. It looks like this paragraph is on its own. Yeah, process P. Okay, so I'm going to do process. Let's just get more specific here. Process.card view, text align left. Okay. So now I gotta get this right now. So this is 26. This is 26. Okay. Looks like our padding top is a little big. Oh, it's because of the when we have that one and like the numbers. That's what it's from. So padding top 23 on card. So that looks closer. And then we want to do padding left 48. So that creates that room. $34 for the span. Just make sure that that's right. Yeah, I guess that's right. Okay, so we got these. Here's the thing. On the second and the fourth, this span has to go on this side. So on the second, so you want this one. I want the span, the subspan. So we want left auto. We want to reset that to make it mean nothing, and right -15, -10. So that goes over there, and then under number 4. That goes over there. Hey, that's right? Yeah. Okay, so now let's get this. So to start, here's our card, which has these bubbles. So we got green and we got our 3 yellows. So let's start with green, which is 184 by 180. That's weird. That's a mistake. All right, so green. I'm just gonna move this over. Why not? So let's make this the last part. Green. Let's make sure the cards. I think the cards are position relative because I had to position the span. So dot green. That's going to be background of U. So we're going to do border radius 50%, height 180 pixels, width 180 pixels, and position absolute. And I want you bottom -90 pixels, left -90 pixels, and is the index of -1. I want you to go behind and just keep things safe. The index 1 on the parent. And so there's that. Yeah. And here we go with the Z indexing issues. Maybe no. Why are you the way you are? So card. if I remove this? Doesn't help. Alright, yeah, another Z indexing issue. I hate it when I run into these, it's so annoying. I just gotta figure out why it's doing this to me. I think my problem is that it's in the card. So if you're in the card, you can't be behind the card. I think that's the problem. So I think I actually have to make, maybe I have to make this as a pseudo element to the card, positioned here. And then I position the, since these other circles are outside the box, I should be able to place them wherever I want. So, yeah, well, let's do it. Let's turn it into a pseudo element. So let me get my cheat code. Turn this into a before. We're gonna use this. We're gonna use that, and then we're gonna use that and use that. So I just want these three. Oh, come on. Made you a pseudo element. Of course, I'm going to run into, probably it's a simple solution, but it's 3:30 a.m. and I can't think of anything right now. So I'll probably have to edit some thinking out so that you have to sit here and think with me. So we get this before element. Border radius of 50. Let's see. Why are you doing this to me? No. I really don't know what's going on here. Oh, because I'm doing this on the sub. Maybe if I was on the card. No. Why ain't this something, huh? Well, I'm going to try and figure this out. And I guess when I have a solution, I'll cut back. So, darn it, this is bothering me. All right, so I found the solution. Rather than wasting a whole bunch of time trying to just poke and prod on an already incredibly long video series, when I realized that this bubble, even if I did the bubbles, I tried targeting the green, if I tried making it a pseudo element to the card, nothing would make it go behind the card. So what I ended up doing to get around this was I created a pseudo element that was 100% the width and height of the card with a background of white with the same box shadow and border radius. And I set its z index to -1, so it goes behind the content. But the green, I set the bubbles where the green is z index -10, so it goes behind everything. So in the stacking order inside this card, the bubbles is -10, and the pseudo element is -1. So inside the card, the pseudo is on top of the box, which is on top of the green circle. And I just had to take off the box shadow on the card, otherwise it was it was doubled up. So I removed that, and that is my quasi fix to get around this stupid Z-index issue. So now that that's over, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. So we got this guy, 29, 65% opaque. So we're going to do .y1. Well, let's do yellow bubble. So they're all going to have a background of primary, right? They're all going to have a border radius of 50% and 65, 65, 65. So they're all going to have an opacity of 0.65. So get all those out of the way on that one, and then we just do the y1. Let's see, I just want to see how these guys are set up. No. Okay, so they're just kind of floating around then. There's no display nones or whatever. So if I just did this, they don't have a height and width yet, so this one is going to be height 29 pixels, width 29 pixels. Okay, so this is a span. Oh, so they're all spans, so I have to make them block level elements in order to add height and width, right? And it looks like it's behind here, so condition absolute. And let's do left, -50. There they are. So we want them to be just a little bit over. So it's a good metric. It's right just a little past the border of this. So we're going to make this go a little more, 54, 58. I think that's good. But this needs to move up more. So green needs to come up. That looks about right. And looks like in a little more. That looks about right. So from here, we want to go from top, let's say 70. So we don't want it to be completely on. We're coming off a little bit. 65. Let's try 2. I think that looks good. Okay, now we got, let's do y2 is 59. Let's just copy this. y2 is going to be 59. And we're going to go, let's just start from the bottom. So you want this to be just a little, so this will probably be right on the edge of this line and just a few pixels off the bottom. So let's do this. Let's move you over. And it goes right there, and then our bottom hitting my arrow keys. So just a few pixels below. Yeah, looks good. So our left is going to be 45. And then our bottom is going to be negative 65. So that's right there. And then Y3. It looks like we're going to create a midpoint where they intersect in the center of it. So that's 25 by 25. Y3. There you are. Let's adjust your left value. So let's zoom in a little bit. Remove this left. And then I think we need to adjust its bottom a little higher. And I think that's it. So left 38. And then negative 63. All right, so there's that. And that's how that happens. And all we got to do is so we just shift these over here. So on our second one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take bubbles and we're going to take it from left to right. So nth of card, bubbles. So we want to do, where's our guy at? Nth of card 2. Do this again right underneath. Dot bubbles. Left is going to be auto to reset it. Right is 0. And then we want this green. What if we set it to right? Okay, so 77 over. So let's make it 77 more. So this would be 0. So let's do negative 77 pixels. I think we're just going to have to eyeball this one. The type 2. This bubbles. There we go. That's the one I want. I don't want to reset these guys. Not the type 2 bubbles. There we go. Alright, so let's push this over to about where it feels right. Looks like we have a through the center. Looks like it's going right through that corner. I think we can come in a little bit. Let's come back. Maybe 140. Let's do 138. Alright, so we're going to do negative 138 pixels. And then we're going to do that again for the fourth. So here's 4, 4, and 4 again. And that's going to move that over. So I think that's, thank goodness, that's that section. So that nightmare's over. I'm happy with that. I like that. Now the portfolio. Here we go. Let's zoom back out and see what we're dealing with here. So, I don't think we can do this yet, right? So, I think we're stuck. I think we're stuck with this still. So we're gonna make this. Let's just make this 3,000. Why not? let's close up our process. We're going to go to Portfolio, Small Desktop, Portfolio before, width 3000, just to not have to deal with that again. So, we're not going to do the circles. All right, those aren't going to fit, and I don't think we need to do the lines because they're just going to be more busy. So we're just going to make this taller. Height. Let's increase this to something that is acceptable. $689. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, I like 778. So let's go height 778. And I don't like how tall it is, so let's mess with that. So let's take this transform that we have on it, right? Because we don't want to add, if we add a transform without adding the others, it's going to reset. You have to have all the transforms together. Reformat that. So I want it to go, the 65 is the Y value, so up or down. I want it to go down. That feels better, so that's at 55. So we're going to change this to 55. Still going to rotate it 20 degrees. So like if we just did this, like if we didn't have the rotate, it wouldn't rotate. It would just do the one transform. So whenever you copy transforms, make sure you copy the others because they all have to happen at once. So I think that's going to be our portfolio because we just don't have the space. This is our testimonials. So we've got to tighten these up a bit. So they are 794. So let's go to our testimonials. Small desktop. Was it reviews? Yeah, reviews. Reviews P. Let's just see if that's what it is. With, let's just say 800, just because I like round numbers. And margin, auto. That looks good. And now we have some space here to do our. We're going to do our footer bubbles now. However, this is supposed to be bigger. And this is not supposed to be as wide. So this is 173. Let's do testimonial, other reviews. A with 173. That's better. I think I need to make this regular size. So this is 294. So we're going to go into our footer. Where are you at? Footer. For logo. We're just going to copy paste that. With auto. So I want it to be automatically what it's supposed to be. So this is 295. Let me see if that worked. 295. Yeah, about 294. So why are you positioned like this? Oh, that's right. It's in a link. So I want to target for the logo. I just want to do for logo, not image. There you go. Now we need to have our padding top of our footer. So adjust this. So let's go to our footer, padding top, and let's just increase this till it feels right. Looks like we got even spacing, so padding top 234. So that's going to fix that. This actually has to come up some more. And that center. So actually we have to go negative 150 for this. And then that's going to change our footer padding. So let's fix this. And that looks about even. So it's going to go down to 186 now. Let's see if that's right. Okay, this should be smaller, so. I just want to see why. There we go. So this is supposed to be 365 high, but this is 449. So where are we losing it? Oh, there we go. Never mind. About 386 high. I'm wondering, why are you so fat? I guess these spaces have to be tighter. So let's just make this footer. And this is what it says it is, 386. Let's make our footer 386. And then we gotta fix, okay, so our UL, maybe it's the maybe it's the margin in our UL. So footer UL, let's reset it, margin, auto, so it stays center. Again. This is padding top. Alright, let's see. So we got this. 44 is the margin. That's actually 35. And this is supposed to be 45. And that's 50. So logo contact group is above UL. So that helps. And the line height on this is actually supposed to be smaller on the copy. So this at the bottom. Let's say 15. Okay, that's starting to look better. I still got this line, so maybe I gotta get rid of this padding bottom. Well, if this is 45, and this is 35. This needs to be 35 because it's got to be even. There you go. See how much better that looks now, at least with even spacing top and bottom here. That's what you need to strive for in a lot of what you do. Just make sure all of your spaces are even, and that will completely change your design. It'll make it feel like much tighter. It'll look a lot better instead of just haphazard spaces everywhere. So now that we got that, I feel like that's as good as we're gonna get. I'm wondering if this bottom is just a inspector issue. So, but I gotta fix this because it looks like we need space. So this should be 253 pixels. Right now we got reviews is a pattern, so it's 150, so we need to be 253, so we're gonna go back up to reviews. There you go. That should be just right. And let's do our circles here. So we got these guys. So what's in our footer? What do we have to work with here? So we got these links. Okay. We got these. Okay, we got our circles. Is that all we got? Yeah. We're just gonna do pseudo elements. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Circle. So we're gonna be looking at 20%. So they're all 20%. Okay. Close this. Go to small desktop. Stop hitting the wrong button. And we're gonna go. I guess I'll just do the bottom of these. So we'll do. I think this is the only time we're using circle, so we're gonna keep it here. Circle. It's going to be background. I can spell this with opacity of 0.2, border radius 50%, and they're all going to be position absolute, and our footer needs to be position relative, just in case I haven't done it yet. So we got our circles. And let's just get some of these out of the way. So let's do circle, well, circle one. Let's start from left to right. So circle one is going to be 261. And then they're going to have a pseudo element. So I'm going to take my handy dandy cheat sheet for my pseudo elements. It has everything already populated. And circle 1, 4. So we're just going to maintain all of this. So position absolute, we don't need that. Background, don't need that. Opacity, don't need that. And then height and width, we're going to change. So add those guys in there. U 41 by 41. Okay, now let's see what we got. So right there. So circle 1, we're going to make position, not panning, position absolute. All right. And a second. Y. Let's try overflow hidden. Well, we can't do that because then that cuts that off. Well, that's just annoying. For some reason, I don't know why it does it sometimes. When you position these things, for some reason they push it down. So now we're in another pickle. So I think, because I can't do overflow hidden, because that ruins this. I don't know why it does this sometimes. Whenever you do, when you absolutely position some things off the canvas or outside the block, it like pushes things down when I don't believe it should. Because all the circles are position absolute, right? So I guess what I gotta do. So the best option right now that I can think of is to create a container. So let's do a circle container and add the circles in there, right? And we set this thing to be position absolute, and it's going to be 100% of the width and 100% of the height of the footer container. So it's basically going to fill the whole container. And then that is what we're going to have, the overflow hidden. And since we don't want it to affect any of these links, like if it's on top. So to make sure that this isn't covering any click events on your buttons or links, I do one of my little favorite things to do is pointer events, none. So it will basically be ignored. You'll be able to click on things. Sorry, I save this. So we got circle container inside the footer. Position absolute. Oh, maybe I gotta do top 0, left 0. That'll do it. So let's just give it a top. What was it? 386. Let's give it a height 386. I don't know why it's not all the way. I want to see. I mean, I should have this already, because I don't know why. Maybe because I got the border here, so I gotta add 10 pixels. Okay, all right, I can deal with this. This is good. Yeah, because I have box sizing, border box. Actually, I think I have it on all the elements. It's just that so when you add borders or paddings, it doesn't. The box stays the same width and height. It doesn't grow when you add a border. So when I added this border to the footer, it became part of its height. And that's what box sizing border box does. It becomes part of the height and width. So without that, this would be 386, but because this 10 pixel border is included in that 386, we actually have to make the footer 396 pixels to account for this border plus what this should be. So that fixed everything. So that makes sense now. So we got this circle. And we want it to be bottom negative 200 pixels. Let's see where that takes us. That's too much. That's too much still. I was at 50. How's this supposed to look? So just a little bit sticky, just a little bit sneaking out. So let's do left. Negative 70 pixels. I think we need to go down some more. 60 and 80. Well, let's do 60 and 60. I think we need more. 90 and 80. That looks about right. No, it doesn't. Okay, I think that feels better. That's not like, it's not even. So if this is the center, I can live with that. So now, where is your pseudo element? Circle 1. You're right there. Oh, maybe it's the opacity. Let's take that off. The Z index. Where do you go? What's going on here? We got this, right? Yeah, content. Vision absolute. We have our background. It's at height with display block. It's here. But it's not. Oh, it is though. So what are you doing? Because where it overlaps here. It's right there. Maybe that's our problem. So why are you... So I think what I'm going to do, let me try this. Maybe it has to do with this opacity. Let's just add it in as a RGBA. Paste, grab the RGBA, get rid of this. So we're going to do our red, green, blue value. Alpha is the opacity, so 0.2. Okay, that works. So I think that having the opacity on the circle was messing up with the pseudo. So I'm going to remove that and remove this, add this background. And that's that. There we go. That's what we want to see. So I want it up more. There, left. want in, and we want up. And that looks about left a little more. And that looks about right. So this one's going to be top -20. And then the left is going to be 145. All right, so that's that one. And now we're going to do circle 2. So we're gonna make big boy circle 2. Maybe 370. And 370. So there's big boy, so we want him to be on the right. Alright. And we want him off to the side at the top. We're going to write some more. And then we're going to actually, yeah, so 183. I changed bottom to top. I think we need to go down a little more. We're missing some space down here. And I think we gotta go write some more. All right, 216. Let's call it that. And then let's do our next one. Let's be 261. So we're gonna copy this pseudo. Let's see. 261. Circle 2. Okay, there's that one. Looks like we're going to be over more and up. Let's go up some more. And let's go over. I'm not entirely concerned of getting this, picture perfect. I'm just looking to get it as close as possible. And then we need to come back. And all right, 2. Let's see, 192 is fine. 192, and then top -36. Okay, and then we got a little guy here at 41. That's going to be an after. So there's the after, so he's way off. Let's do like 56 and 300. I need to see, where is this guy at? Okay, come down some more. There he is. All right, so you gotta go on the edge. Right about there. So 420. And they just kind of stay on the right. I'm just going to keep them there. So that's small desktop for you. There you go. We did it. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, it's just irritating though. So yeah, just we got these figured out. You know, ran into a couple problems. That's totally fine. You know, we got where we want to be. Now we just gotta figure this out for when we get to the bigger desktop sizes. But overall, I think small desktop looks great. This is what it's going to look like on landscape tablet and iPad Pro. So I like this. I'm actually pretty happy with the progress. Once we get up to the big desktop, which is we're gonna do a media query for 1200, and then probably 1300, 1500, just to see, because we got all these growing things, so we got to cover all of our bases. But yeah, so here we are. It's 4:30 and I'm going to bed, so we'll pick this up again probably tomorrow. And let's see how far we can get there. I know this is probably a few hours already long, so if you stuck with me through this, thank you, and I'm glad I was at least able to keep your attention. But this is this is my work day. I work till 4:30 in the morning. So kids are quiet, everyone's quiet, nothing's grabbing me on the legs. So I will sign off on this video for now, and then we'll wrap up hopefully on the next one. Thanks. Bye.